So if you have a rival Juice-O-Matic, they're pretty cool. Lift it up, flip it back, got your juicer pieces. Hold it up, put your orange in there, whatever comes down, juice it. So it's really important to keep these clean, and it's, you know, pretty simple to keep these clean and even get under here and wipe it. But you really do need to get inside at some point and not only clean it inside, but grease the mechanism as well. I'll show you how to do that. They made these pretty rugged, and they made them well in the sense that it's pretty easy to take apart and clean. So to do that, we really only need to take one screw out. Let's see if we can show you that. See the screw down there at the bottom, if I can get the light in there. So just take that. Take that out. Now, what that does, we'll pop this up. You can see the gear mechanism, but that screw, all that does is hold this in. It just goes right there and just keeps it from sliding out. So that, and then you just pull it up. It's gonna bring out the gear on the inside. So we can just slide that off. Just slide that off. Like I said, there you go. Now, I already took this apart and cleaned it, and that's why it was, but one of the things that really made it dirty was all the dried grease that was in here, and it just, all the gears were caked up. So that's one of the important things we're going to do here is grease it. Obviously, when you take it apart, clean it up, get the grease off, and that's what we're going to do. Now, when you clean it, you see, you want to be able to get in there too. So this thing just unscrews. So you can take that and wash it. And then you can also wash in here. So same story with these parts. Obviously they come out. So, and then you're left with pretty much nothing in there. And then that's where we're gonna grease the gear mechanism itself. You don't need to actually put anything in there, so let's show you that next. And the important thing is to use a food grade lubricant. So get yourself, it doesn't cost that much, and you can use it again. So the first thing we'll do is turn it over this way so it doesn't drip all over, and put this in here. Run a bead down the center. Now, I have a little brush here. It does run, so you just want to make sure it gets in there. So you can do either one. You know, you can see how this gel just goes right in those gears. Okay, once you have it turned up, you'll see that the grease sticks pretty well. It is running down here. So then you have two choices, or you could do both. One is to grease inside there a little bit, which I'm probably going to do, and you'll see why. Put a little lube in there. Whoop. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Now, put this on. And then take a little bit, put it on there, and put it on here. And again, that's probably where the brush is going to come in handy, is I got a nice big drip down here. I can use that to get it brushed on there. Good. And then maybe take a little bit, put it down the back, and then just run it up and down a couple times just to get that spread. And then take the handle and put some grease on there, lube. Again, this is probably another good place to use the brush. Spread it around. Put a little bit up here. And spread that around. And obviously you can do it more so if you like. Alright, and then we'll take this, and I'll come back and clean that, trust me. But we'll take this and put it in. But, you know, even if you do drip in here, it's food grade, so you could just eat it. Right. So, then we'll take that and we'll put it back in here. Let's see, you gotta line up the pins. Okay, so now you go and put the handle in, but when you do that, you want to make sure it's down without touching the table, and slide that in. Just wiggle it until the gears mesh. And the reason for that is if you don't do that, when you tilt it, it'll touch the table. Otherwise, you got the full travel. So then at that point, you're all good. You can come under here and just put a little bit in there too, and let that sink. You can, let it go for a couple minutes, but I'm gonna move that a little. All right, and then we'll put the screw back in. Make sure you get it threaded. And other than the mess I just made, that's pretty much done. Let's take a look.